All right, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Rival Esports. It is the EU Summer Open. My name is Hunted. With me, Jar of Jam. We have a lot of Rocket League on the docket today, and it is day 1 of 2 of the Summer Open.
We are right now on the EU side, and they will be slightly later on next week. But why not start with the region that is dear to my heart? Of course, I'm a European boy. Hunted today has been imported all the way from across the pond, and it will be a rare look into the European scene for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I like to try to keep up with the EU bubble scene as much as possible, but, you know, there are so many players across so many different regions, it can be quite tough. But that's why I love doing these, because it gives me kind of front row seat to the action, right?
Oh yeah, it's what I think as well. Just the best seats in the house, watching the whole tournament from the spectator's perspective, and also getting to cast all these fantastic players. I've given a quick look at our signups for today, all the teams here, and I have to say the cream of the crop of the European bubble scene is represented in a variety of teams. Some of them playing for the squads you might not expect. The combinations are pretty different. But I mean, it only adds to the excitement. Right now, as we are in the middle of in the off season, I think all the rumors and all the exciting potential squads might be appearing right in front of our eyes.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of that, our first matchup is going to be between Bim Bam Gamers and Granit Gaming. And just looking at the teams, Tho, Godsmilla, and Nolly, or Noli, I should say, for Bim Bam Gamers, it's a combination of players that is certainly interesting on paper. I'm really excited to watch them play. And then for Granite Gaming, Meaty, Cheerio, and Nix should be an exciting round 2 match.
Well, yeah, I've been looking at it and thinking, yeah, this would be a pretty good way to start this matchup. For Bim Bam Gamers, THO or Tho has just left the Dutch Bim Bam, which was the X squad of the MCon. So THO Justice and Mike Boy. So now THO teaming up with some of the pretty good names over there. Noli has shown himself to be a pretty worthwhile player as he was playing for Xenomoon in the RLRS series, and of course Godsmill is just a veteran of the whole scene, just rounding up that squad pretty well, I think.
Yeah, I'm really excited, interested to get started with that. Hopefully we'll get into that soon. But just overall, I mean, the whole tournament, again, this is day 1 of 2 different days. This is the open kind of qualifier. 4 teams go through here, and then we've got 4 invited teams tomorrow that they're going to play, and it's going to be some high quality competition.
Oh yeah. With these teams already being pretty interesting to watch, tomorrow the whole pace of the tournament will pick up even more. But still, don't be alarmed that today you won't see something. There are only 4 spots, but I'd say there are more than 4 deserving teams to make there. So the further into the open qualifiers we'll be going, the fiercer the games are going to be. And as I said, this first one is already, I'd say, a banger. Looking at teams, we haven't mentioned the other team, other side that Granite Gaming, Meaty, Cheerio, and Nix. Nix and Meaty have been actually playing previously as a squad, most notably in the Renegade Cup's Ember series when they were playing a Swedish Musikak with Mug. And of course, who could forget Cheerio? So again, that squad have actually been playing together for a while now. Granite Gaming has been their home for just for a moment, but Cheerio has played with so many teams already. I think one of the most notable was the Epsilon Gaming, as he was a part of that. Epsilon Esports, right?
Yeah, and it's going to be a fun matchup to start us off for the day. I think we're just about ready. Going to get the players into the game. Don't know if they're playing quite yet. No, they're just warming up, getting ready to go. But every game every match, I should say, in the open qualifiers is a best of 5. It's not something you normally see, especially in the early rounds. How is that going to affect these kind of early games to get these teams into the day?
I think that they're going to affect it pretty positively. Oftentimes you see a best of 3 as your starting round. So as a result, a mistake, just 2 poor games, and you're out, especially if there's not a double elimination bracket, which allows you to go through the lower rounds, will sort of mess up your whole day, and there's not a second chance. Well, then you are out of luck. Here, though, with 5 games, I'd say it's enough time for you to adjust your opposition and try and present your best play style, your best strategy, and just your best skill. So for Bim Bam Gamers and Granite Gaming, I'd say there will be no excuses. If they lose or win this one, it will be through just the weighting of the skill of the both teams.
Yeah, I'm just ready to get started. I just want to get everything underway, and of course, I think it is worth mentioning. Granite Gaming already played a series. I think it was Crisp 192. They defeated 3-0 in the earlier round. Bim Bam Gamers haven't played yet. They got a bye in round one, so Granite Gaming at least coming into this a little bit warm on the day.
Yeah, this is a good start, but I'm pretty sure that even without a game beforehand, you would know that the Bam Bam Gamers were practicing, were doing something. They know exactly where their match is going to start. So, hey, let's schedule some scrims. Let's just play ranked together. Let's do whatever that gets us into the action. But I've already been loving what I've been seeing. Just to play on the field, how Meaty, Cheery, and Nix were passing in between each other. Yes, they had no opponents, but they were actually tracking each other pretty well, keeping the ball constantly ping-ponging in between them, looking like a good-oiled machine. So let's see if Granite Gaming can pull off the same thing on the field and show us some of these passes. This still remains my favorite playstyle. Those short passes on the ground really beats a lot of defenses on the opposition.
And it looks like we are just about ready to get started with game one of this best of 5 between Bim Bam Gamers and Granite Gaming. All of the players are here. We are ready to go. 5 minutes will be on the clock for game number 1. Again, Granite Gaming, they will be in orange, Cheerio, Meaty, and Nix for Bim Bam in blue, Godsmilla, Noli, THO. That's going to be a quick shot on goal. Meaty can't get there. Bim Bam on top, 1-0.
Wow. Well, there goes all the preparation, all the warm-up, and Nix just misjudges it. 2 players shadowing the ball for a kickoff, but Nix, or rather Meaty, just doesn't see exactly where it goes, well, right. He should have stayed in the center. Well killed ball, though, and great job by Godsmill and THO to open up the score.
Now it's going to be Noli play this one out. THO across the pitch there. Cheerio. He'll pop it up and get back to it, all the way back down towards the blue end. Noli up to THO. What can he do with this? Gets challenged by Meaty, wins that 50. Good on him to do so, but Cheerio's going to turn it around. Play just about 30 seconds in game number 1. It's 1-0 for Bim Bam Gamers. Meaty's going to go up for it. He's looking for the pass across. Nick's not there. Good play by Godsmilla to clear it out. And first goal on the board. Of course, that 2-second kickoff goal. But so far, these teams, they look like they're just in that feeling out state.
Yeah, it's just the first game. Right now, they are not taking any risks, but it is a handicap that the Bim Bam Gamers have received right at the very beginning. So for now, Granite Gaming immediately tasked with a much bigger trouble in their hands. And that is to overcoming a 1-goal deficit so early. Well, for now, I think they should forget about it a bit. They will score a goal, well, and then the real business, the real meat of it will be.
Here's Godsmill. Might have a chance. Shot on goal. Good save by Nix. In net. Good placement by him. He gets the clear, but Tho is still there to keep the ball in. Cheerio out of the corner. Only can't quite get to it. It's a 2-on-1 against Godsmill, and Nix winning that 50. Doesn't have a lot of boost in the tank. Gets the flick, but Tho is there, able to clear it away. Minute and a half gone. Game number 1. Still a 1-0 lead for Bim Bam Gamers. That early kickoff goal, the only difference so far in this game.
I wouldn't be surprised if this would be the only difference maker in the whole game. I think we're still looking for an up-and-coming second goal. Will it be for Bim Bam Gamers or Granite Gamers? Right now it's hard to tell. Shots were coming in from both sides. Well, I mean, I spoke almost too soon. There's a goal number 2. A little bit of lapse in the defense. You see Cheerio not getting to the ball, and then Nix decided to leave the ball totally to his teammates. I'm assuming out of boost, decided the rotation was good in that case, but actually he just flew to the side. He was challenging it initially. So as a result, open net, not enough time to recover in the net for Granite Gaming. That's 2-0 for Bim Bam.
2-0 indeed early on in game number 1. 2 minutes in. Godsmilla plays it up towards Noli. He can't quite get back to it though. Cheerio makes the challenge. There's Nix. Bounces it off his opponent, and now Meaty to carry it over top of the first defender, but Godsmill is there to watch it into the corner. Gives up the ball, but does get the clear eventually. Bim Bam Gamers looking solid on the defensive end. I've gotten 2 goals on the board. Don't really need to score very many more, but still 2.5 minutes to go. They would love to get a third, and they will. There's Noli over top of Meaty. It's 3-0.
Oh, it all started with Nyx taking a lot of time to bring that ball out, bringing it on the wall, just doing an aerial dribble, and then all it takes for THO and Noli to just overtake it. It was that simple. And Noli found himself in a great position, great control of the car as well. And since nobody was challenging for Granit Gaming, bam, that's an open net. This could be an open net as well. Noli reads it well, and Scorpion still leads 3-0, despite Nyx doing a little bit of fireworks in the other end of the field.
I'd love to see Granit Gaming get on the board. Meaty has to make an awkward save there, but he does well to do so. This ball's going to come out towards Godsmilla. He's looking for a shot. Does go just wide. Here's Meaty. Play it back down the field. Noli across to his teammate in Godsmilla, but Cheerio's there to challenge. Nyx not going to be able to beat the attacker now. As Godsmilla down towards Noli off the back wall. Good play by Meaty. He'll shut that down. He might have an opportunity himself. Godsmilla can't get up to the ball. There's Cheerio. He whiffs it in front. Opportunity gone to the wayside for Granit Gaming.
Oh, what a perfect chance. That was a pinch that sends the ball straight to the backboard. The defense of Bimbam wasn't ready to react for it, but neither was Granit Gaming in the attack here with a perfect chance. And you saw how quickly the ball returned to the other end of the field. Chance almost immediately appeared for Bimbam Gamers. They didn't get it, but they might get this one. How's Godsmill with the dribbles? Delays that like just a little bit too late.
Cheerio's going to collect. Good flick over to his teammate in Meaty. He's looking to play it off the back wall. Only gets a touchdown. There's Nyx challenging Godsmilla. Cheerio's still there. Keeps the ball in the blue zone for now. So off the sidewall. There's Meaty, but it's going to go right into Noli. Does pop it up. Can't get the ball out. This is some good sustained pressure now from Granit Gaming. We'll see if they can keep it up. Get a goal on the board. That is not the touch he wanted. He's going to pay for it. It's 4-0 now for Bim Bam.
And look at though, he is the bully. He stops Nyx from moving onto the ball. There was a small chance he could have gotten, although the shot by Godsmilla. Godsmilla had the whole net at his mercy. And by this point, 4-0 with less than a minute remaining, Hunted. This seems like a... Did I speak too soon yet again? No, this will be in front of a net, but it gets blocked still. Cheerio can get the opener for Granit Gaming. They still are looking for that one goal, but I'm pretty sure in the game number one, they'll be leaving with, well, even if something to their name, they won't be leaving with a victory. That's a solid one for Bim Bam Gamers in the opening series.
Yeah, certainly. Good way to get yourselves into the tournament. But Nyx is going to score, puts one on the board for his team. Solid play out in front, but a lot of demoing happening now. I'm not sure if these players kind of just resetting. No, this one's over. Looking forward towards game number two, but it is a 4-1 scoreline. There's still 33 seconds to go, so it's not impossible for Granit Gaming. They just need to win these kickoffs. Meaty does that, but it does go just wide. Second in a row off the kickoff there from Granit that goes off the post. But yeah,
So
moving ahead.
You're a believer, Hunter. You believe that everything's possible, even with such little amount of time remaining. It was actually pretty close. If that goal off the kickoff would have gone in, I'm pretty sure Bim Bam Gamers would sit straight in their chairs and say, all right, no more jokes, no more funny stuff. We need to win this one. And with that pass from Tho to Noli, I'm pretty sure they're winning game number one in style.
Yeah, 5-1 the scoreline now. And that does look like it's going to be Bim Bam Gamers taking game one of this best of 5. And we said it in the outset of this game here, Jam, that Bim Bam, they're not necessarily cold, but they haven't played a series yet today. It's a great way to get into your first one of the tournament.
That's a lovely start. You see the skill, just the ceiling that the Granit Gaming needs to reach. And 5-1, whoop, there will be a lot of reaching for that one. Still, good news for Granit Gaming. It's not like they were completely shut off in their own side. Look at how many times they ventured in the side of Bim Bam Gamers, how many shots they took. It's just that they weren't as precise. Really, just thinking back at it, with the exception of those kickoff shots, majority of these shots, I can't remember a single one, extremely threatening one when the thought went, Bim Bam Gamers just made an amazing save. No, it's just Granit Gaming making the shots, but not really finding the finish and not really finding anything threatening. Well, on the other end, Bim Bam Gamers, man, the stuff that they were doing, some lovely, lovely opportunities. They created, they executed.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Certainly, it seemed like Bim Bam felt comfortable in their own defensive end. There was a couple of missed touches, a whiff or two here or there. And yeah, really, I mean, the biggest opportunity that it seemed Granit Gaming had was that unfortunate whiff by, I believe it was Cheerio out in front. It was a good play, but couldn't quite put it home. We'll see if they can clean things up as we move into game number two. Bam Gamers in blue, Granit in orange, of course. 1-0 in the series as Meaty's going to have an early opportunity. Noli shuts it down, had an attacker in his face as well. Good play by him. He's even going to go in transition. Can he get the double? There's Cheerio to clear it away.
Sorry, I still don't understand. What is it with the kickoffs as the play from Granit Gaming just goes a little bit off? Just both of the teams are expecting a fake, and so with the ball just staying in the middle, that's some crazy move. Double fakes, triple fakes, mind games might as well help. And again, an early goal might help you start that snowball. For now, Granit Gaming and Bim Bam Gamers do not get an extra advantage straight from start.
Well, Tho's going to turn this one around. Nick's great fake onto Noli. Good shot, but Godsmill is there to make the save. Solid individual effort. Doesn't turn into much, though. Godsmill tries to play this one down. Meaty will turn him away. And now Nick's up towards mid. A little bit of back and forth here early on in game 2. Noli looking to open up some space. He's got a great touch off the back wall, but no follow-up from his team. That's going to give Meaty some space to at least get it to mid. Can Cheerio clear this all the way down? He will. Godsmill is going to go off the back wall. And then another relatively slow start, but we've seen chances on either end. Just some solid defensive plays. Can this turn into something? Doesn't look like it as players are back in position.
But what Bim Bam Gamers right now are doing, that one was great. Somebody needs to come in through. Meaty was sitting, waiting for it, not expecting him to make a reaction. But Bim Bam Gamers, their passing plays right now, I think, is the most important point. Granit Gaming started sending out players pretty early for challenges in the air to block those passes, to block those shots. And they need to, because Bim Bam Gamers are finding their teammates with an extremely precise shot. That was just slow for Godsmill. Still finds his way past next.
Yeah, and you said it. I mean, they're finding each other. This is a beautiful pass right in the wheelhouse of Godsmill. All he's got to do is touch that one home. He does, and it's a 1-0 game yet again for Bim Bam Gamers. Off to a quick start here in game 2. Off to a quick start in the series. They'd love to take a 2-0 lead as we continue on through this best of 5, but Cheerio and company want to change that. Noli plays it off the back wall. Good play by him. Here's Meaty. He has an opportunity. That one's off the crossbar, and Cheerio can't get there. Another big miss from Granit Gaming, and now they've got to play defense. This one's dangerous. Meaty's going to get the clear. This is an open net the other way. He's up for it. Double touch, but nothing doing. My goodness, Granit Gaming, they just cannot get on the board.
They need more chances such as this one. Otherwise, if their execution will be hurting them as much, they might just not get it through the fact that, hey, you need to score. You get your opportunities. You need to score. Bim Bam Gamers, I think after this point, after they basically gave up 2-3 chances to their opposition, they will tighten up their defense for sure. Otherwise, it will be, even if Bim Bam Gamers score a lot, leaving defense that open might hurt them long.
Here's Meaty, open goal. That one's in the back of the net, and now Bim Bam Gamers finally getting punished for a little bit of defensive misrotation.
THO and Godsmill are both going for the same boost, not figuring out who's needing it. As a result, committing 2 players on the flank of that tank was just perfect. Even without it, man, you just have one player on the flank in the same spot as the other player. That's a big known.
Certainly is. And now we are tied up in game number 2. Cheerio has to play that one past Noli. Can't get the block onto Tho. Noli's there. Godsmill a shot. That one's just wide. Ball still in the orange box, but it does get cleared away. Time by Meaty right onto the hood of Cheerio. He's looking for the flick, though. He's going to turn him around. He's got an open net. That one's off the post. He'll put it in. It's back to a 1-goal game for Bim Bam.
Well, took him just a while, but man, stealing the ball like that. Cheerio thought he had an opportunity, but THO creates everything for himself. He didn't follow that for a second touch off the post. He is on fire in this second game. He was pretty on fire in the first game as well. I think 2 or 3 goals went to his name. I believe it was 2 goals and then 2 and 1 for his teammates. Bim Bam Gamers still on the path of war, not allowing Granit Gaming to run away.
Great pass from Cheerio, but Meaty can't quite get to it. And you're right. It looks like it's all Bim Bam right now, but Granit Gaming, I should say, they've shown signs of life, at least more so in game 2 than in game 1. We'll see if they can tie us up. Got a minute 25 to go. They only need to score 1 as Meaty's trying to play this out of his own corner. Cheerio now, top of Godsmill. He'll get a second touch on this ball over top of Nolly, and that is a open and free goal. He will wave dash his way home. 2-2.
a lovely little dribble. Just look at that touch, that extra touch that he got off the wall as he was landing. Noli just stopped. Noli knew that he was beat. Man, was he. Cheerio brings himself an individual effort. Nix was also helping him out in case someone from Gimam Gamers was rushing in. But they took their time. They celebrated just a little bit. And they got themselves a goal. But look at that. Immediately coming in the top right corner, not to be immediately stopped.
Still, the ball's out in front. Yeah, Bim Bam Gamers, they've had the responses when necessary. They need another one here to take game 2. Are tied at 2 with about 53 seconds left. Noli's going to play this towards the orange cage. There's Nix to clear it away. So, wants a touch. He's going off the back wall. Cheerio in solid defensive position. Gets a booming clear. It's going to be Godsmilla trying to turn it around. Nix to put the pressure on. Here's Cheerio's shot. All 3 players get the clear. It's going to force Granit Gaming back on their own half.
Oh, but that triple commit on the save sent the pinch barreling down the field, and that almost was a goal. This was this close and going in. Bim Bam Gamers, man, almost turned a bad situation to a fantastic one, not especially knowing that there's 15 seconds left in this game.
This one's out in front. Godsmilla had a chance. He goes high with it. Those there to at least put a touch all the way across the pitch. Noli shot on goal. Cheerio, no problems with that save. 5 seconds left in regulation now. Nix on net, but that one's going to touch it. We are in overtime. 2-2 in game 2. We'll see which team takes the advantage here. Meaty's up for it early in this overtime period. Can't quite get the touch. Nix has to turn Noli away. Here's Godsmilla towards the net, and Cheerio will send him packing. Now as Meaty looks for Nix, the feeling it's going to come down to which team makes that first crucial mistake on the defensive zone.
Yeah, and THO might just create an opportunity for himself. Doesn't need a mistake, just need a clear shot on target. And giving passes like that to the opposition, Granit Gaming need a completely different plan. But so far they're looking solid. Maybe just a little bit nervous. Still can't find that clear. Look at that, constantly giving the ball back to their opposition. Bim Bam Gaming rotation, constantly stealing the ball from Granit Gaming.
45 seconds into OT. Now as Meaty plays this off the sidewall, there's Godsmilla. Back down into the orange zone. It has been in the orange half for just about the entire overtime session. They haven't been able to score yet. Now Cheerio takes a quick shot. Noli's there to make the save. Here's Nix out of the corner, though, off the back wall. Godsmilla's up for it now. He's got Noli with him, pre-jumping that one, trying to go for the pinch play. Does wind up quite wide. Now Cheerio plays this one down. We are still in overtime in game 2. Remember, Bim Bam Gamers up a game in this series. Granit Gaming would love to take this one, tie us up. They've got to play defense, however. Godsmilla can't get the deflection on net. There's Noli to try to follow it up. Man, in this game, to me, it feels like it's slowed down considerably.
Yeah, it has been somewhat faster previously, and I think Bim Bam Gamers bringing back the demolitions is their way of trying to open that game again. They see that Granit Gaming have now finally figured out exactly how they need to defend. And so with 3-on-3, Bim Bam Gamers can't get through, but 3-on-2, well, there's a possibility.
Let's see which team does break the ice here. Meaty goes past Godsmilla. So off the ceiling, looking for the flip. Can't quite get past Nix. This one's in the blue half now. Noli, I should say. Can't quite get it. There's Cheerio out in front. Nobody home. Godsmilla had a chance. Nix cheating a very, very far. He gets that challenge. Still in the offensive zone. Our Granit Gaming trying to go underneath, though, is Meaty, but he can't quite do it. Now Cheerio keeping the ball in, though off the back wall. This is an intense game, number 2, between these two teams. Nobody really had any dangerous opportunities quite yet in this overtime session. We'll see who can have the first one, but it has been a big battle here in mid.
Yeah, you were saying who makes the first crucial mistake, and right now, really, seemingly no mistakes that led to an opportunity, no opportunities wasted for both of the teams. Just solid and Godsmilla, who inches close from scoring that on target. His team saved them, and now even brings the ball to the other end of the field. They can find themselves an opportunity, a good passing play, but it doesn't seem like it's working for them. It's still, when I'm looking at players like Noli on the side of Bim Bam Gamers, their car control and ball control are something out of this world. I mean, wouldn't look amiss on the RLRS, even RLCS level. So when Granit Gaming are trying to play against them, it almost looks tame in comparison.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely feels like this one is a bit tilted into the orange half, at least throughout the overtime session. But still, nobody's been able to score. Nix is going to get the clear. All it takes is one mistake from Bim Bam, and we have a tied-up series. Same can be said for Granit Gaming, as now Godzilla tries to play this one around. Good save by Nix. It's still in the corner. There's Tho out in front. Cheerio's going to get a solid clear. Only all the way back, ready to collect this one. Turns on it. There's Tho. Nix can't quite get the touch. This one's bouncing awkwardly in the orange half, but it does get cleared away by Cheerio. A little bit of a bounce play towards the net. Noli, no problems. Nix to follow. Can't quite get the shot on goal. Keeps the ball in. That's a whiff from Tho. This is an opportunity. Nix out in front. But Tho gets back to it, recovering from his mistake quite well.
To me, it feels like that the Granite Gaming so far are lacking players up front. They might bring one, and it's even a question whether that one player can bring the ball in the beneficial position. Then they don't have a follow-up, and as a result, the attack just breaks down. And speaking of attacks breaking down, that's a little bit too high. I mean, this close with a demolition to an open net for Finland Gamers. But if they don't have the players to follow up the attack, then it's just wasted time giving the possession rather back to their opposition. Well, for
there's an
Gamers, holy moly! Well, I mean, I went on a rant, and they said enough of that jar of jam. Godsmilla. Well, he took a sweet time to bring that ball, and don't think he saw Nix. Seemingly he didn't, because Nix just stole that ball straight off Godsmilla.
And you know, I hate to pick on Noli there, but he had an opportunity to end the game on one end. He missed the shot, went a bit too high with it. And then on the other end, a whiff in the defensive zone put his teammate in a bit of an awkward spot. Granite Gaming absolutely capitalizing on it. It's just unfortunate. It felt like that was a Bim Bam game. But now, Granite, you've got to take this momentum and run with it through the rest of the best of 5.
Yeah, this is what the overtimes are for in the game that they perhaps were this time not trailing as much in this game number 1. That was really a steamroll from the opposition. Granite Gaming were able to equal it out versus the Bim Bam Gamers, settle down in a position where their defense wasn't threatened majority of the time, although they were still taking a little risk. Like that heavy attack by Nix, who was the last player in midfield, could have led into a much different kind of score. They still persevered, and getting this in the overtime, and then making the mistake like that immediately. My praise seems to be falling on deaf ears. Bim Bam Gamers opening up the score after an atrocious mistake.
Yeah, unfortunate there. Cheerio plays it away from Meaty. So gonna take advantage of that 10 out of 10 times. Does so in Bim Bam Gamers. What do you know? They're up by a goal early on in this game. It is game number 3. 1-1 in the series. However, Cheerio's trying to tie the game up. Good save by Noli. There's Tho to clear it away. Meaty gonna chase him down. He can't quite get a handle on it, however, but he does play it off the back wall. Godzilla looking to push this one off the back wall. Cheerio and Nix both up for it. Nix does get the clear. Here's Meaty looking for a touch. Noli has the next one. Tho over top of Cheerio. It's just going to reside in the orange half for now. Good clear there by Meaty. Cheerio has an opportunity. Shot, he'll score. We're tied up 1-1.
Great long to distance pass. Meaty, well, it's really a strategy for Granite Gaming. They've been looking for a clear like that for a long time. And with this opportunity, with nobody obstructing them, send the ball as far as possible. And with someone actually being up front, and with Cheerio, I'm pretty sure full tank was boosted. He wasn't, he just found himself an open lane and followed up. That was something that Granite Gaming really has been missing all this time. And finding a pass like that, now with Meaty doing this, with Meaty doing that, well, welcome back to the series, Granite Gaming.
My goodness, Meaty getting the flip reset. I don't even know if he got a flip reset underneath Godzilla. The ground pinch pass, though, doesn't need the flip reset at all. My goodness, what a goal. Meaty puts his team on top, and Granite Gaming, they won game 2 in a 5 to 6 minute overtime. A highlight goal there for Meaty. You've got to imagine they're feeling pretty good about this series. They still got to play defense, though, as Nix get the pass away there from Godzilla. But still, Granite Gaming really putting themselves in a quality position here as we move through game 3.
Well, you said momentum hunted, and I think they took that to their hearts and were rolling with it. Some touches they haven't been making it throughout the series so far. They need to be aware of the opposition. Godsmilla playing it smart, playing it slow. Do not boom it straight at where the defenders are. Don't cheekily put it to the side. And as they exchange passes with Though, that was a smart play. Straight pass, straight pass.
We are tied up at 2 with 3:35 to go in game number 3. We've talked about how close this series really could be early on before we started Jam, and I think it's kind of living up to that hype. Game number 1 certainly was in favor of Bim Bam, but Granit Gaming has fought back with the scoreline tied at 2, 3:20 to go. Really, this next goal is going to be very important for really the rest of the series.
Yeah, this could open up or swing the series in a completely different destination. And Bim Bam Gamers right now are struggling to find themselves a chance. Oh, Nick setting up himself fast though. There we go. That's a 3-2. Maybe this is the goal that really turned this all the way through for Granit Gaming. Now they are getting more and more chance in the opposition half. And Bim Bam Gamers looking a little bit lost on the field. Where's that bravado? Where's that aggression? Bim Bam Gamers are getting out Bim Bam.
Yeah, I mean, really, they are. It's quite different from what we've seen out of game number 1. All 3 players from Granit Gaming on the score sheet now as Nix plays this one up high. Oh, he gets a double touch. There's no follow-up, however, and Nix will eventually find the clear. Oh, the air dribble into a pinch on that side wall. Ball is cleared away. Noli towards the net. Cheerio out of his corner. Those there to follow it up, however. Meaty clears it all the way down for Nix to get a touch double, but he can't put that one on goal. Halfway gone, game number 3. It is 3-2 in favor of Granit Gaming. They have come all the way back in this series. Again, this is a best of 5. It is not a best of 3, so still plenty of Rocket League left to play. We've got at least one more game. But if you win game number 3 here, Jam, you are in a great position for the rest of the series.
Yeah, this will set you up with a match point and a lot of pressure on your opposition. It's a single elimination bracket, so no second chances. You're out, you're out. That puts so much weight on these teams' shoulders. And Granit Gaming really would like to get one over Bim Bam Gamers. Supposedly the favorites, at least. They were definitely looking like the favorites as we were going into game number 1. But they've lost some of that magic. Oh, and that is a magical playstyle medium Fury making that save. And with the back pass straight to Nix. That might turn from bad to worse from Bim Bam Gamers.
Shot on goal. Good play from Noli to keep it there. There's Though. He's got Godsmilla across. Good save by Meaty. Looking for that equalizer, but they can't quite find it. They've got a minute and a half to score another goal. Great pass from Meaty to Nix, but he can't get the touch on it. Godsmilla was there to challenge. Cheerio looking for Nix as well. What a goal. Granit Gaming showing us that passing play we were looking for.
I'm loving what Nix is currently doing on the field. He has started chasing so many balls, but in a positive sense. He has been reaching those shots. He has been reaching those passes and staying in the attack like that after the ball has been sent all the way to the flank. It's a little bit risky. The fallback would be pretty tough, but they are creating opportunities for themselves and they're following up on it. Fantastic play by Granit Gaming. That's a 2-goal lead. That's the best they've shown so far in this game.
Absolutely. The all-important 2-goal lead right now for Granit Gaming. They've got a minute and 5 seconds to defend against this Bim Bam Gamers team. The attack is on. Noli looking for Though. He's got him there, but Cheerio cuts that pass off and now looking to play this in transition. Can't quite get the double touch, but Meaty's going to keep it in. 50 seconds left in this game number 3. Out of the corner comes Noli. Nix plays this one down. Slow, methodical game right now from Granit Gaming. All they want to do is keep the ball in the blue zone. Meaty's going to cut that pass off as well. And it's interesting, Jam, I've noticed that Bim Bam Gamers, they've really started to give up possession of the ball as they've been pressured more and more from Granit Gaming in mid.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why maybe their grasp on the game is not as hard as previously. And also, I see Godsmilla just running after the Granit Gaming player, just looking for a bumping plane, but that takes one player out that can benefit or do something for you in the possession department. But since he's not there, well, that's your midfield game lost, and that's your game number 3 lost as well. Granit Gaming, well, they're not scared of the big bad wolf. Might even get one for the road. Yep, Bob Godsmilla, they get it. And
wow.
surely Godsmilla will not be good about this. Really, I have not been a fan of how Gatsby has been playing in the defense in this game, in the previous games. Something about his touches, and specifically in the defense, were not up to par. In the offense, he's still that powerhouse, but in the defense, he might want something else.
Yeah, and man, what a turnaround from Granite Gaming, right? From game number one, they had a very rough start. I think they lost that one 5 or 6-1. It didn't look good. It looked like Bim Bam Gamers, they were poised to walk through this series in a quick 3 games. But they've absolutely turned the series on its head. They took a very, very close overtime in game 2, a solid, convincing win from them here in game number 3. And now they're 1 game away from moving on into round 3 against a team that we expect to go quite far in Bim Bam Gamers.
Yeah, it is. It is an upset. It can be defined as an upset, but also this is European scene. We have a lot of pretty great teams, pretty great players, and with experience on both sides. Well, it's not a coin toss to say, but it is. The upsets happen, so why not get one for Granit Gaming? Great chance for them. If they win this one, they are through to the next round, play against their opposition, which is actually has already been decided. It is Total Shadow has gone through past Mystic, so it will be Magic's Ryzek, Dumain, and Koka. Some good old names seen plenty of times in rival tournaments. So whoever wins this series will be playing against that squad. But for now, let's go back to game number 4. As Noli trying to go solo, but really not stopped working for them. All that brilliance has been shown previously. Something is slightly off. There's a magical ingredient has been taken.
Granite Gaming will take that every single day. Right now, they only need 1 more game to send them through. What a touch from Meaty. Cheerio can't follow it up. Meaty almost another highlight reel goal from him there to start the scoring, but he couldn't quite knock it home. 40 seconds in, and already some high-flying action here in game number 4. Granite Gaming want to keep where they left off there as Cheerio goes off the back wall. Nix to follow. Good play there from Noli to deflect that one out of harm's way. It's now Godzilla over towards Tho. Tho off the back wall. Noli will get the touch, but he can't beat Nix. Nix has an opportunity one-on-one with Godzilla. Tries to go underneath of him. And my goodness, Granite Gaming, they are all over this blue pitch.
It's complete reversal of the roles compared to game number 1. What Granite Gaming are currently doing is conceding. They are currently conceding.
I mean, that's how it goes in Rocket League, right? You have all of the pressure through the first minute, 15 seconds, and then an unfortunate play on your end. All of a sudden, you're down a goal. But hey, Granite Gaming has been in this situation 3 out of 3 times in this series. They've won 2 of the 3, so they're certainly no stranger to playing from behind against this Bim Bam Gamers team.
Well, let's see how they do it again. Meaty now trying to fix the mistake he has made in the defense. Really, everything has been hinging on Meaty making that touch on the wall. But as he missed, nobody from his team could help because they were all expecting that Meaty will make that touch easy. Well, seemingly not as easy, but even the pros making mistakes in the right now. They're looking pretty solid on both sides. Bim Bam Gamers, can they do it? Not with Noli yet again going through that solo play, yet again not getting the touch, and yet again wasting the possession. All while, look at those passing plays from the side of the Granit.
Yeah, but Noli does make the play to keep them on offense, and Tho is going to follow it up again. Bim Bam Gamers find the back of the net. It's 2-0.
Cheerios play off the wall would be good if either Nix or Meaty would be in the position to immediately follow through and send it down. So, just unfortunate, but the Bim Bam Gamers commit just enough players up front, and this should be a goal as well. If not for Godsmiller missing it, enough for 2 players of the Bim Bam Gamers being demolished out of the server. And back.
Good play there from Cheerio to find that demolition on the Bim Bam Gamers offender. Now as Godsmill plays this down towards Meaty, good save by him. So out of the corner, out towards Noli, good save from Meaty. Bim Bam Gamers finding their stride here in game number 4. Great pass, but can't quite get the ball on net. Noli off the back wall, gets the second touch, Tho up for it now. Scramble out in front, the ball is still here, but Cheerio is gonna get the clear, and 2-0, 2:15 to go. Bim Bam Gamers have certainly turned their game around here. Meaty, not sure if that was an intentional pass. It does go over towards Cheerio. 2 minutes to go, and still a 2-0 game. Make that 3-0 as Godzilla finds the top corner.
Godzilla really found the goal out of nowhere. That touch that he found, well, straight off the ground into defense of Granit Gaming that was not ready to stay in the defense. They were not ready for the shot, and their positioning, well, they were just not prepared for anything of this caliber. Panic, I think, is the word right now. Granit Gaming all of a sudden win from a team that is dictating the pace to a team that is scarcely looking at their opposition to make the first move, and then, oh, maybe we can get it. Not really working out for them. What are the chances for them? I don't think the Cheerios dribble would be the answer.
Ole's going to turn this around. 3-0 lead for Bim Bam Gamers. That's a good play off the ceiling from Nix, but good save from Godzilla. Great pass over to Noli. Back to Godzilla. Passing plays coming out strong now for Bim Bam. It has shown on the scoreboard here in game number 4. We have seen so much back and forth between these two teams. I'm not surprised to see us potentially going to game 5 if everything stays the same. Still, at least a little bit of time. 70 seconds left on the clock here for Granit Gaming. They need to score in short order if they want any chance of coming back. And only looking to put on a 4th there, but Meaty plays it off the back wall. And we've seen Bim Bam kind of gain confidence throughout this game, and that is really scary if you're Granit Gaming going into game 5.
We saw that power in game number 1 by Bim Bam Gamers. How well they controlled the field, how well their passing plays were going. And every single time they touched the ball, it was always to some great effect. Now they have returned to their old good form and into the Granit Gaming who all of a sudden they were doing so well, but it's not even a switch. It might be just one small hit to your confidence, and bam, all of a sudden. Did I speak too soon again? Well, not this time, but Meaty, well, that could be a good harbinger for Granit Gaming to take in game number 4. Rather, we are in game number 4. That would be the game number 5, the deciding one, as Bim Bam Gamers surely will hold on for the remaining 10 seconds of this one.
Certainly, this one will need 5 to decide, as Bim Bam Gamers staving off elimination in this tournament in game 4 in quite convincing fashion. Final score 3-1. As Meaty gets a goal there off the Cheerio pass, and at least a little bit of confidence for Granit Gaming to take into game number 5. But my goodness, we wanted a good series to start us off here, Jam, and we got one.
Well, I was afraid that after game number 1, it's Bim Bam Gamers just outclassing their opposition completely. Thankfully, no. We are getting a full brunt, the full 5 games. We even got an overtime that went to almost 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
So I'd say we're getting our money's worth, and hopefully everyone watching right now is also pretty happy about the quality of Rocket League that's being displayed. That said, coming into the next game, Granit Gaming, I think the best thing they can do is not concede at the very beginning. Seems like it has been their Achilles heel, and really, they need to fix that. Giving your opposition a good handicap right from the start, especially when this is this close, they really want to drop that kind of business.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. I mean, again, we saw it in all 4 of the games. It was Bim Bam Gamers scoring early, at least in the first 2 minutes. Most of the time in the first minute, they were up 1-0, sometimes even 2-0. But, Granit Gaming, they have shown that they can play from behind. They've shown that kind of resiliency, if you will. But, man, when Bim Bam Gamers is on their game like they were in games 1 and 4, it just doesn't seem like it matters what Granit Gaming is doing. They cannot get anything going because Bim Bam feels so comfortable.
Yeah, when the waves of Bim Bam Gamers, when Bim Bam Gamers are on up and Granit Gamers are really on the low, the difference is remarkable. But then though, when they're clashing, butting heads, well, man, this makes for some great Rocket League. Let's see which one of the teams turns up on the field for this deciding game number 5. How many demolitions we will see, what the passing play is going to be like. I'm expecting Granit Gaming to, well, hopefully not sit back in their defense. Maybe they would like to prefer a more defensive play style just to catch their opposition off guard. But I think right now what worked for them really well is their own version.
We've played 30 seconds here in game number 5. No score on the board, and this is the decisive game of the series. It's all led up to this, and this is only a round 2 match. Still plenty of action that we will be bringing you, and these players have to play through if they want to qualify for day number 2. Cheerio plays this down. Noli up towards Godsmill. Nix out in front. There's Tho. He's going to keep it in, looking for the early goal yet again. No, he's going to find it. And Bim Bam Gamers up 1-0. Where have we seen that before?
Oh man, well here we go again. And so much trust by Noli. Meaty was going for that one. I'm assuming Noli didn't expect Meaty to maybe get an opportunity at that one, since really redirecting that anywhere in the safe position was a tough ask. But still, Noli, that aggression is remarkable. Chances are you wouldn't get anything from that spot yet. He makes it, and then, I think he was going for an extra touch as well. Look at that, how he twisted his car in that attempt. That approach looked like something that Noli could score. He has scored from this position before. And now, well, Bim Bam Gamers, tough for Granit Gaming, I have to say, Hunter.
Certainly. They're down a goal. This is game 5. They have no more time to sit back and try to figure this team out, as that is a good back pass there towards Noli. It's going to fall down in front. Meaty right towards Godsmilla. Now Cheerio to find the clear. Here's Nix, but he can't quite get there. Tho is going to turn him away. The ball's going to remain in the orange half. Nix, however, finding some time and space. Godsmill is just going to turn it right back around. And really, I'd love to see Granit Gaming kind of slow things down a little bit here, Jam. It seems like they're just trying to play this hard, clear, kind of chase game, but Bim Bam's having none of it.
It's not working. It hasn't working around for them before, and finally when they get out of their own half, find themselves some resemblance of a clear. Look at that. All 3 players of Granit Gaming are marked by the Bim Bam Gamer side, and then it's almost too easy for them to start an attack to sort of beat that proverbial offside trap and rush on forward. Bim Bam Gamers outplay Granit in their own game.
2 minutes gone. It's 2-0 in favor of Bim Bam, and things looking quite desperate now for Granit Gaming. Certainly still have time to put 2 on the board. But they need to get on the offensive side of the ball. This could be an opportunity. Great pass down to Cheerio. Shot on goal. Godsmilla makes the clear, and there was a double commit on that play, so now they've got to hustle back. Meaty up for it. Does make the block, and Cheerio will find the clear. So don't get punished quite there, but they need to clean up this team play. They can't afford to double commit in the offensive zone pretty much anymore, especially down by 2.
Yeah, they might get an opportunity of some sort by doing that, but so far they really have been lucky. Well, there's pass to Meaty. Nix found his teammate, but Bim Bam Gamer's defense was there. That was an obvious pass to make, but still also dangerous. Maybe now something from Nix. He has been doing pretty good things for Granit Gaming in previous games. But solo plays right now, it's not something you should rely on. You need that good old-fashioned hard work, teamwork, one of these things. Granit Gaming with 2 minutes remaining.
Here comes all 3 players. Meaty will be first to the ball. Nix is going to collect and go up the sidewall. He's got Cheerio. Can't get the touch on it, and Cheerio wants to try to keep it in. Godsmilla wins the challenge, but Meaty's there to help his teammate out, though. Good deflection off the back wall and a solid clear, but Nix is going to try to collect a little bit too far off the front of his car. He does get 2 50s in a row, make that 3, but Godsmill is there to eventually clear it away. Minute 20 left, game number 5. It's still a 2-goal deficit. That's a beautiful pass, but Cheerio can't get around the ball. Nix looking for his teammate, still the ball in the blue zone. Cheerio a little bit extra touch. That one's going to go all the way across the box and cleared down. Final 65 seconds here, Jam. Is there still a chance for Granit?
There's a good possibility, really. You look how Nix is still getting that control of the ball. Right here, he might get it past, though. It's just a little bit too hard to get it past a defender who is already on point, already rushing back. Nix is also pretty ammo with getting that 50-50s. Could have gotten even a demolition. At least he distracts Godsmilla, can get on it. But it's just not working for them as well. The game has definitely opened up, so this is a great chance for Granit Gaming just to sneak one pass, but their defense is open. Might have been even more open as their goal was a possibility for Bim Bam.
30 seconds left, still needing to our Granit Gamers, or Granit Gaming. Now as Tho goes out of the corner. Gets that challenge over top of Cheerio. A lot of time being wasted now. Noli's going to keep the ball in as well. Final 13 seconds. Godsmilla keeps the ball in the orange zone. They need to get down the pitch right now if they want any opportunity. 6 seconds left. Can anyone get to the ball? Doesn't look like it. Bim Bam Gamers will hold on to take game number 5, winning the series, moving on towards round 3.
Lovely play from both of the sides, but as you said previously, Hunted, that clear game by Granite Gaming wasn't really doing them any good. Yeah, I feel like they were looking the strongest when they were keeping the ball to themselves, when they were going into the attack with three players, rather than trying to pump and dump and then try and chase it. It was not working out for them. Was really working for them, in my opinion, was when they brought the aggressive game, the Bim Bam play style to their opposition, to Bim Bam Gamers. That's was when it was forcing Bim Bam Gamers to cower in defense, to invite Granite Gaming, and that's where Granite Gaming were playing at their best.
Yeah, I certainly agree with that. It did feel like Bim Bam kind of took a couple of games off there though. Just a couple of uncharacteristic plays, some ball chasing we don't normally see from some players, a couple of whiffs and key opportunities. And Granite Gaming, they to their credit, they took advantage of all of those opportunities that they got. But it's hard to rely on the enemy team making mistakes constantly for your offense, whereas Bim Bam was creating that offense.
Yeah, you just looked at every single touch that they were making. There was a lot of possession for them, which allowed them to sometimes waste a bit of that possession. You saw a lot of opportunities going for a solo play. Snowly, I think the biggest example that springs to mind. He was getting that ball and bringing it with him for aerial drags, for double taps, just for individual plays that perhaps didn't go anywhere, but still behind him was a team that was ready to support him, ready to supply him with more chances. And eventually, well, they broke down the Granite Gaming, and now we'll be moving on through just based on just how much they control the ball throughout the series.
Well, congratulations to Bim Bam. They will move on to round number three, but we are going to take a very short break. We still have a lot of EU Summer Open action to bring you here on Rival Esports. Make sure to follow the channel while we are on break, but we are going to be right back. And don't go anywhere, guys.